Alright, and in the comments video on and in the comments video, yeah, we have enough to double up. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Double down, I guess they say. So, yeah, just assholes. Colossal assholes. So this will be fun. So this Demo's Dream. Now this guy has been around for quite a while. He's seen a lot of my videos. There's no doubt about it. He's heard me talk about having like $1 million minimum on inheritance. I mean, I'd certainly like to cut it even lower, you know, tax-free, and then that's it. You get $1 million head start, that's it. Okay, nobody needs more than $1 million head start, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's, so if I go back to the Monopoly analogy, and, you know, the cheat of giving somebody Park Place and Boardwalk I used in the example, I didn't use the example of giving somebody $5 extra at the start of the game, did I? No, I didn't use that as an example. $5 is irrelevant, right? It's still cheating. It's still fucking the game. Okay? You think it's good to fuck the game. You like cheaters. Fine. Just concede what you are, a cheater. Alright? But don't play this game. And it's a game you're playing. Anyway, I completely disagree with your argument here, Gary, regarding the cheating game. Well, you're not going to make an argument explaining how it's not cheating. Yes, we are all put in this world against our own wishes, and we're made to compete against each other. Gladiators, quote. Okay, so you've conceded the argument. It's a life and death struggle, and you want to cheat. Yeah, fuck you. I don't know how loud can I say that. You want the person who didn't win to win. You want to give the gold medal to not the guy who did the best, but to the guy who had the most fans. The fans should decide who wins the gold medal. Not the player, not his work, not his effort. No, the fans should decide. Fuck you, you suck. We know this world and reality is based on chaos. No, I don't know any such goddamn fucking thing. I've made arguments saying that intelligence is linear. It progressively points in a direction. It's directional. It's not chaotic, shithead. Logic is not chaotic, shithead. So quite obviously there is structure in the universe. Mechanics, rules, dumbass. Rules that obligate, in the end, efficiency. And there's a pure efficiency to not fucking cheating. In a world where animals eat each other, and animals with their faces. What? With their faces? What does that mean? In a world where animals eat each other, animals with their faces. Fuck that. So, supplying your own kid with as many advantages as possible isn't actually wrong. Well, of course it's wrong, shithead. It's cheating. It's fucking cheating. I mean, goddamn, why is your kid better? Why? Why you're going to make a rational argument why he deserves to cheat? Okay, he's going into the game. I mean, just because let's say I'm a Mark McGuire, do you think I have a right to cheat the rest of the baseball players and force you to let my kid play? He doesn't have to win honestly. I can cheat him into the game. You're not this stupid. Like I said, you heard the fucking video, so this is just obnoxious rubbish. So supplying your kid with any kind of advantages possible isn't actually wrong. Isn't your philosophy and mind about the reduction of suffering? Well, how do you reduce suffering by cheating, you dumbass? You think the money grows on a goddamn fucking tree? Do you think these incentive carrots, these value carrots, grow on a goddamn fucking tree? No, you know they goddamn don't, you cunt. They come out of somebody else's goddamn fucking labor. And they can be used to get people to do good things, or they can be used to get people to do bad things. And what I'm making is a clear and decisive argument. Is the cunt fucking rich are not doing anything good on this fucking planet, you stupid dumb ass. Man, you are just pissing me off so far. I'm blocking you, fucker. Yeah, I'll read your shit and then I'll get rid of you. I understand the principle of the game. No, you obviously don't understand the principle of game at all. Okay? You don't understand how you can't play Monopoly if every time you say to the suckers, no, I automatically get Boardwalk, Park Place, I get all those green things, I get the red thing, I get 2 of the red things too, and then we're going to play the game. Who the fuck but an asshole would play? Cheater, little weasel. You're too big a pussy to earn it, right? Exactly. You must be living on it, right? Nobody but somebody who has never gone to work and never been ripped off would talk this rubbish. So you don't understand a shit about the principle. But again, you and I know very well the world isn't based on rules. Well, guess what? I know very well that I'm arguing that we can understand fairness, shithead, and that we can apply the rules of fairness. So again, as we've proven in sport. So again, you've listened to my argument, haven't paid one fucking bit of attention to it. I don't agree with you. I think you're scum. We make our own rules. Well, again, where have I said that, shithead? Where have I advocated for that, shithead? We get to cheat. Yeah, we don't have to pay any attention to that logic that tells us it's stupid to have a baseball game where everybody gets to make up their own rules. That one guy gets to play soccer, and one guy gets to play football, and one guy's playing cricket on the baseball field. Fuck you. God, this is just so irritating. I didn't realize this was going to irritate me this much. Ugh. Anyway. Let's see. You know very well the world is make up as long as they fit in the frame of society. Well, what does that even mean? I'm arguing for a lot of things that aren't in the frame of society, shithead. Okay, the argument is what is civilization supposed to be? Rational and logical, or illogical and made for motherfucking Weasley cheaters? Dickless fucking Weasley alien motherfucking cheaters. Ideally, there shouldn't be people who are born with shorter legs, uglier bodies or faces, etc. But there are. Yeah, and we obviously, I think most sensible people say those people should be looked after if those encumbrances destroy or inhibit their competitiveness. That we should have a definite minimum standard that we give these people because of their unfortunate disadvantage. Yeah, that's called being rational, fuckhead. Essentially, what you're arguing for is how you wish the world to be. No, how the world can be if we're rational and we don't let scum-sucking pieces of crap like you influence it. And we destroy you, we wipe you off, we bury you on the ash heap of motherfucking history as the scum of the goddamn earth, and be really happy that we finally buried the scum of the goddamn fucking earth. And providing your offspring with advantage. Why? Because of a piece of genetic code. Yeah, they should cheat. You should cheat for your children. That's the ethics you're teaching. Yeah, you suck. Well, in this unfair world, it's like putting your gladiator child in the fighting arena with a sword and a shield in his hand. No, it's like giving him a gun, you dumbass. I mean, you can't even get the analogies right. Yeah, if all the gladiators have a sword and a shield, then it's a fair fight. If you give your fucking gladiator a motherfucking machine gun, then it's not a fair fight, is it, jackass? God, this is such a stupid comment. Look, if you keep handing your kids easy money all the time, that's different. Well, we're talking about handing your kid billions of dollars, jackass. I guess you don't understand the subject of inheritance, okay? The subject of inheritance isn't giving your kid an extra stick of bubblegum, fuckface. Then you are actually harming the kid. These are my thoughts, and I thank you for widening my mind with your superb philosophy. Well, obviously you didn't learn shit if you can't get these basic ethics. If you're still a fucking believer in cheating, you haven't learned motherfucking cunt shit. So, fuck you. I'll read your next comment and then I'm done. I don't want to see your ugly alien fucking icon ever again, you fucking cunt. Just another example. Yeah, you've already made horrible examples that have nothing to do with the example I made of giving the cheat of Boardwalk and Park Place. Nothing even close to that, and yet you're going to make more inane, silly comments on my goddamn video. The guy gave his friend some money, right? ? That was his choice in giving his own hard-earned cash to a friend, perhaps to help him out. Who knows? Yeah, and again, who's arguing? I wasn't arguing against charity, was I? I wasn't arguing about, what happens when people are, when they fall off the tightrope and they're smashed on the ground, and whether you help heal their wounds. All right, I don't see any disadvantage in doing some of that. I don't see any competition breaking rules. But the basic game is, when they're on the tightrope, okay, You want to fuck around and give your friend a wiffle ball to throw at the competition. You want to give them other little advantages. It's okay, but it's still cheating, fuckhead. That's the concept. It's cheating. And the world would be better without cheating. That's the argument, fuckhead. It's not about, it's like lying, okay? Some lies are helpful, you know, you don't hurt somebody's feelings, blah, blah, blah. But in principle, we know the substance of lies are evil. Malicious deceptions. They're not a good thing, shithead. Cheating ain't a good thing, fuckhead. If somebody offered to pay for a new PC for you, new screen, new keyboard, etc., no cheat, no caveats, no strings attached, for no reason, just to make you happy, well, it would be likely a reason to think that, yeah, well, maybe Gary makes more videos, or maybe Gary do this, or maybe Gary do that. But regardless, if they're doing it to give me a competitive advantage in the struggle for life, then, you know, based on some other reason, then they think I'm going to be more productive, right? I mean, there's a certain merit argument here that can be made, that it's okay to give somebody a cheat for merit. It's not okay to give them a cheat because they're your fucking kid. That's not called merit, shithead. Alright? Being yours, or you considering it your property, is not a standard of merit. So if somebody wants to reward some guy for winning the gold medal or something, that seems perfectly reasonable. I mean, getting paid for curing cancer would probably be a great idea. Would you decline? I don't think you would. And again, this has absolutely nothing to do with the subject. I would decline playing a Monopoly with the cheat of being given Park Place and Boardwalk. I would find it disgustingly humiliating to play a game against other people with a huge advantage like that. I'd find it humiliating. It's like boxing with a midget, or you can use a million examples. It's disgusting. And you scurvy shits like it. It would be to your advantage to enjoy this new equipment. Maybe make some money off of it. Again, this is just so silly, right? Where in my example did I talk about giving somebody $5 as a cheat in Monopoly? Where did I make that as the example? Oh yeah, that's right, nowhere. You're saying that by taking this free equipment would be cheating the game. Again, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if I'm getting it as a reward for merit, then it's worth. Then I've earned it in a sense. If I didn't do anything meritorious, but have blonde hair, if that's why they're giving it to me because I have blonde hair, yeah, then fuck them. That's bullshit. Maybe, but it would still enhance your life, wouldn't it? Again, I'm not gonna. Why should I even have to answer questions this inane that have absolutely nothing to do with the subject? You're patronizing me with this nonsense? Well, it would help your life if you had extra little shoe inserts, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's not what we're talking about, fuckhead. It would give you that extra little bit fighting chance and enjoyment and this less suffering, right? Well, again, this isn't about less suffering. You're not going to create less suffering by putting the incentive carrots all in one goddamn rich cunt's bastard pocket, you fucking idiot. So goodbye to you. Fuck off forever, please. Don't ever want to see you again. Ever. Alright, anyway. Cosmos is just mush. The evolution episode, Neil Tyson said something to the effect that evolution is spiritual. Yeah, I saw that part. It's like spiritual to me. He did qualify. It's like spirit. He was just doing that's what I mean by it's just so patronizing. Why do science if you're just going to patronize non-scientists, right? I mean, it was just, totally unnecessary. Why even inject into the show multiverse, spiritualism, and UFO life? Yeah. Why? Because, they wanted some way to make ghosts real or something, so they can call it a ghost show. Just disgusting. Fucking bastards. I wish dead people really could, be zombies and rise up and strangle motherfuckers who do things in their name that are absolutely grotesque. Anyway, Carla is a skanky cunt. Carla is a skanky cunt. Yeah, we already know that. Alright, so she's commenting to the dumbass guy, Bruce. Yeah, well, he's not going to be around very long. And we're made to compete against the gladiators. Wrong. We are not made to compete against others by nature. Again, it's obviously silly There's no deliberate effort to make it a gladiator war. It just is by its function. That's how the DNA survives, is by surviving, having the experimental model go out into the world and survive. But by people who are imposing rules on a game. So somehow that makes sense. By people who are imposing rules on a game, like don't shit in my drinking water. Yeah, okay. That has no rules, so she wants to play by no rules. I don't think she's a girl, right? No, girls wouldn't talk this way. I mean, they tend to feel a little bit vulnerable in the world, and they certainly wouldn't want to go back to a might makes right world. I mean, you want to just go based on who's willing to kill the quickest and who's biggest? We could go back to that world, bitch. Yeah, it'd be okay with me. You know, I don't mind stepping into Thunderdome with you. Yeah, no problem. And are thereby making it into a game of competition. Well, obviously that's what it is. That's just a silly comment. It's just fucking silly. See what kind of replies we get. Miss Carla, I'm fully aware that you like to ignore comments and arguments not in your favor. I don't know what that is. That's just a narrative that serves to control people so that they are afraid to accept the rules imposed on them. They're afraid to accept the rules that are imposed on them. I don't even know what that means. In order to impose artificial rules, you have to demonize nature to claim that your rules would be preferable to no rules game of nature. Yeah, exactly. But you don't have to demonize nature, you just have to point to nature. Nature says we have the capacity to shit in other people's water. Reason says that's wasteful and stupid. Counterproductive. I don't know, that didn't take too much brain work, did it? No, it really didn't. The greatest evils were all created by states. Oh, Jesus. And all wars are a consequence of the desire to impose rules and govern. It's not to govern, it's to own, and that was what you assholes want to do. So you don't think you're going to end up with owner wars eventually? You know, you get your little anarchy, you have 3 families controlling North America, and you don't think those 3 families are going to start beating the shit out of each other, those tribes? They aren't going to commit war on each other? You're a deluded idiot. All the civilizations on Earth, all the great ones that amassed, they did so by just annihilating everything else. That's how the game's played, you retard. They were not fights for mere survival, but ideological wars. No, they were wars for, yeah, you win or you lose. If you don't do it to them, they're going to do it to you. And that's the fact. And that's the balance of power. The North American tribes were playing that game their entire existence, constantly fighting with each other to keep their tension, to keep the tension between each other, to keep each other from swallowing up the other. I'm very sorry to type this, Miss Whatever, but you're wrong. I am not demonizing nature. That's exactly how nature functions, without any imposition of any kind of authority. It's just a mess. Artificial rules such as bike lanes, parking meters, driver's license, accredited degrees serve to provide a framework for smooth or close to smooth, healthy, functioning, productive. Oh, that's a little bit wordy. But you get the idea, yes. There's lots of things about organization that creates efficiency. And efficiency is good and inefficiency is bad. Nature's full of inefficiencies like AIDS, viruses, and whatnot. Good government, highly functioning, rationally ordered to produce great wonders on earth. Can you give me an example for a good? Yes, eradication of smallpox. Highly functioning, rationally ordered government. Yes, the government that licenses doctors. And with great wonders it has produced exactly. People live to be, my parents are 93 fucking years old. Bike legs of accredited degrees. These are the wonders of government. Yeah, they really are. Yeah, the efficiency gained by having a structured system with rules and standards produces a very reliable, very dependable. Infant mortality has been, dramatically reduced. There is no nature without rules. There is no spontaneous order to anything in the nature that is remotely spontaneous at all. That's a quote. Yeah, there is no spontaneous. Duh. Are you contradicting yourself? If nature has rules, then how could there be not be spontaneous order? It's not spontaneous. Obviously, it's cause and effect, and it's developed out of the very mechanism of having attraction and repulsion built into the nature of the universe. The straightness of the straight line versus the crookedness of the crooked line. That's a fundamental aspect of nature. There's a huge efficiency in time between the straight line and the crooked line. And those patterns end up developing into the higher and more complex mechanisms have those same structures of efficiency. Then where do the rules of nature come from? Well, again, the rules are very crude, and they come from the very nature of consumption and in the life form reproduction. I mean, obviously the known universe is full of heavenly bodies, as we declare them, that have consumed, organized the matter around them in very simple structures, but the mechanism is very simple. Gravity. You've probably heard of it. The greatest evils were created. The greatest evils were caused humans to, whatever that is, created poor, organized, corrupt, and broken states of government. I don't know. The greatest evils were caused humans. I don't know. Okay. To the contrary, the greatest evils were caused by highly organized states. That's a lie. The better organized, more evil they were. Yeah, well, again, you can't defend that argument. There was no non-state anyway. You can't have anything that ever was even recorded in history that wasn't organized. Guess what? They didn't record the Chaosites because they were dumber than the barbarians. They were more useless than any other tribe on earth. The Chaosites were such losers that nobody even wrote their name down in the history book. Fucking idiots. That's because a high degree of organization and uniformity is a requirement to have great power and then use power to commit great evil. Well, again, most of you're going to say create power to commit great evil, and the great evil is what? Okay, you can point to a few corrupt individuals, a few things gone left field, but there's no great evil in the very nature of most of American history, and that's a fact, and you're just desperately lying. That's all you're doing. And if human nature is inherently evil, why would you give any man power? Again, it's not about giving any man power. It's about conceding to the most efficient system of constraining and controlling power. And the most efficient manner to do that is to have argument and democracy. To have a fair argument and then a fair judgment. Obviously, I would think it would be better to scale that discussion to people who are actually capable of having it, you know, but I don't have the right to modify the democracy to leave out the retards and the unconscious. Chaos is neutral, not evil. Yeah, well, that's just, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as evil anyway. But you could so just change this statement to chaos is neutral, not bad. I mean, that would be stupid to say that. It's obviously got a negative component of disorder and inefficiency. So it can't be neutral if it's inefficient. If it's not a straight line, it's not efficient, it can't be a neutral. But evil always needs order to function. And again, that's certainly not true. The sledgehammer is mightier than the pen, or however you want to rephrase that. But order takes precision and caution and care and structure and lots of work. You disorder fuckers can break things much easier. A lot harder to build something than it is to break something. That's the basic rule. Oh, here we go. Somebody responded to the dumbass asshole. And whatever his name was. Dom Z. Asshole. Whatever. Yes, we're all put in this world. Put in this world after having been pulled from out of which other world? Well, that's just... Why play with words, you idiot? Did you exist before you existed? Does that make sense? No, we clearly exist. We're clearly created. All right, we're not put together from Frankenstein parts exactly, but might as well be the same thing. So, what's your point? Would it matter if we were pulled from a world of dead things, or we're pulled from nothing? What's the difference? We obviously arrive here, shithead. What wishes did you have before you existed, or when you were a fetus? Again, who's arguing about those things? Yeah, I'm just gonna. This person can go to fucking hell too. Waste of time. We know this world and reality is based on chaos. If that were true in the way you mean, it are using here, then the world and reality wouldn't even exist. Well, I'm not going to go through all this crap. Isn't your philosophy about reducing suffering is necessary for improvement? Well, that's a lie. There's absolutely no reason for your tooth to break and then hurt. Hurting isn't going to fix the tooth. It's not going to make it any better. It's going to have to be destroyed and fall out of your mouth. And the sooner you break it off, the better off you're going to be. So the pain doesn't do you any good at all. It might kill you. The pain might actually kill you because it prevents you from biting on a stick or something and getting that broken tooth out of your jaw. Both organic and inorganic. Someone or something has to struggle, expend energies, exert force in order for improvement to take place in order for betterment. Well, again, this is just nonsense. Yeah, painfully dying of cancer. What good is the pain doing you? Your desire to eliminate suffering in itself and desire to end life consciousness itself. In other words, the worship of death equals peace equals... Well, that's just bullshit. Stagnation. Stagnation produces disease. Well, that's just idiotic if there's nothing to be diseased, you retard. Disease is the condition you want to live in. You want to be a parasitic disease on planet Earth. Bravo. Germain Gear, I don't know what that means. Society is the denial of life. Security is the denial of life. Oh, that's just so silly, right? On its face, that's just silly. Having a roof over your head. You're denying yourself the good time. Yeah, fuck you. Taking a bath, yeah. Oh yeah, that's denying yourself the good life. Fuck you. If you want fire, you need heat. That doesn't even make sense. If you want heat, then you need to do something. If you want love or to get laid, you need to act. Well, gee. Again, who are you talking to here? You don't think even that asshole doesn't know that, you stupid retard? It's not for the world to conform to your wishes. The world, nature, life itself is a system, process of culling. We're not doing any of that anymore. There's no natural selection on the human biological organism anymore. This is just so fucking ignorance. Culling the weaker. Is that happening on planet Earth anymore? No. Stupider, more degenerate. And yeah, so you're just another elitist asshole who thinks you're going to evolve into what? Do you think we're a great advance over the gorilla? Have you looked at the weakness of the human organism? Get real. The reason why we became strong is because we became poisonous. And that's it. And you're proud to be a poisonous, parasitic piece of shit. I don't even think I'm not going to bother with the rest of this crap. But, yeah, it's a lot of comments, so it's not that interesting. I don't even think there's another quote in here. Let's see. Men have become desperate because females have been fully liberated and protected by the system. Effectively, the alpha male. That means females which serve to filter out the ineffective males within a given environment that is their natural role. This, what all of the different groups... Oh, jeez, it must be a racist, too. Yeah, well, maybe that's good enough reason to say, fuck you, goodbye. Yeah, I think that's a good enough reason. So long. These pitiful people. Let's see. Tyson is... I don't care about Tyson comments, thank you. Hey Gary, what if there had been... Oh, this guy's an asshole too, so it might be time to... I don't even know what this icon is. Is that supposed to be somebody? It's just ugly and annoying. Hey Gary, what if there had been other alien life on Earth, but their DNA is structurally identical to our own? Well, then I guess it's the same source DNA. So, what's your point? My point is if life was being created in the universe all over the place, if replication was a concept that was mechanically possible in lots of different ways, then if it was getting here by meteor, we would expect there to be other varieties that got here by meteor, right? Right. Like how all planets are spherical because of gravity. Maybe the natural forces of the universe only allow life to develop in a specific way. Well, again, that life is replication, and replication can happen in different ways, but yet you have to have it with the blueprint idea to have expedient evolution. So that's really the issue, is replication with a mechanism of expedient mutation. But again, this maybe there is only one way, but I mean, you can't argue it's because of some kind of physics thing. It's because of the structure, which is still physics in a way, but I mean the structural compounds. You have to have something like a DNA molecule. But I'm sure there's probably other molecules that can do some form of copying. Also, regarding your rolling a dice argument, if you live in a first world country, the chances of something horrific happening to you are pretty slim. Well, that's all your definition of pretty slim. Okay, the number of kids born with a disability is like 15%. Would you consent to roll the dice if there was a 99.99% chance of nothing horrific happening to you? What do you mean, waking up in Africa? Waking up in Indonesia? I mean, really, are you this big an asshole? You're going to tell me honestly you'd want to wake up, be born in Africa? I don't care who it is. I don't want to be born in Africa, jackass. So that seems a pretty big high risk. If you just add up the ignorant motherfucking sluts right now, put them in a pile, all the ignorant sluts are going to have babies this year. Alright? I'm not going to see 99.9999% good. I'm going to see 99.99% holy fuck, I don't want that asshole to be raising me. Fuck you. I think most people would. Most people buy lottery tickets, jackass. Most people don't understand that having an ugly, skanky icon is probably not a great idea. Most people aren't smelly, greedy, selfish fuck shits like you. I understand you see life as zero-sum game, but you can't ignore how good ice cream tastes. How is that relevant again? Oh yeah, the ice cream tastes good, and so I should break my sister's leg to have it. I should allow 1 in 1,000 people to have brain cancer to have ice cream. Well, what's the trade-off? No, I'm not willing to do any of that. I don't need the fucking ice cream. I don't need to be here. I don't need to hate your guts. I don't need to, have this unpleasant experiences of attempting to communicate with ignorant motherfucking assholes. I don't need any of this shit, jackass. Yeah, I think as long as we give people the option to gracefully exit out, which we don't give, but again, why wouldn't I prevent? Why are you going to give people the right? I was ready to leave when I was 7 years old, okay? I had articulated the concept of suicide, and I was aware of the, gee, I don't really like this very much. This game looks really, really stupid to me. How come you people are so fucking stupid? You play such a stupid game, and you make up Santa Clauses and Easter Bunnies and fucking leprechauns and all this other crap to make you, what, happy? Ooh, it's a rainbow. Everybody run outside. Look, it's a rainbow. Ooh. Yeah, and I'd sit there and I'd mosey over and say, oh, gee, that is just so fucking spectacular. Scene 1, seen about 9 million of them. Yeah, so that gets all you little twats, okay? That's like the little pink balloon to the retard, and I'm supposed to say what to that? I'm supposed to say, isn't it spectacular? Look at the retard chasing his pink balloon in the field of daisies, and I'm supposed to get all gooey about that and feel like, oh, isn't that magnificent? Being a human is just so swell. No, it's disgusting and revolting. You make me want to vomit. You just do. You make me want to vomit. Not waiting to be acceptable. Again, like I said, I'm here to prevent you shitheads from playing these games. I'm not here to kill myself. I'm here to kill stupidity. stupidity. You fucking idiot. Goodbye. Get a new icon. Anyway. Let's see. Carla's Dewey wants to ignore social contracts. Fuck social contracts. I challenge you to point out a single capitalist society on the face of the planet Earth that has fully abolished inheritance. Well, there's lots of semi-capitalists, but I mean, quite obviously, you would already be called kind of socialist if you have the policy. So that doesn't make any sense. But you know, there's certainly, even in this country, you know, Getty and Carnegie and the rest of those guys, they gave away their money because the government was going to tax the fuck out of the money. So, you know, but what's your argument? I don't have to link capitalism. I don't have to link incentive economics to inheritance at all. I'm saying that I'll guarantee I'll create a more efficient, more productive, higher yield, happier society, much happier, much better society, more productive, more advanced, more progress, more everything, if you get rid of inheritance. It'll be nothing but a fucking wonderful tonic for the health of the human race. We'll be 5 times more productive in our work, and we will all live so much better. Capitalism and inheritance are inextricably tethered to one another. Well, again, incentive economics and inheritance are not tied to each other. There's absolutely no reason Donald Trump would work whether he had kids or not. Okay, he certainly did work when he didn't have kids. You know, people want to be productive. People like to earn money. Okay, so you give them incentive to earn more money, to live a better life, and they'll do that. Whether you want to reproduce or not, that's your social activity. Okay, you want to stick your fingers up your ass. I'm not going to pass a law against that. All right, but that's all you're doing. You want to play with children? Well, that's your business, fuckhead. And then you want to give them head starts in the game? Well, that's my business, because that's cheating. Cheating sucks. There are 2 options. Either they roll dice for you or you have no welfare at all. You know, again, the Martians don't exist. They're not in purgatory somewhere lamenting the fact that they don't exist. So this argument doesn't mean anything. Obviously, I'd be quite pleased if I had never heard of poker-faced Todd, if I never saw your ugly icon or thought about how fat you actually are in real life. I would have been perfectly pleased never to have those neurological contemplations. I think existence on this planet is a disgraceful, horrific insult to the beauty that is my matter. My matter would rather be a Tyrannosaurus's anus, a dumb, ignorant animal's anus, than to be you fake intelligent people pretending you have intelligence and yet acting dumber than dinosaurs. Why not choose to off yourself after you have the ability to choose wisely? What does that even mean? You know, you can't even write this stuff better than this. Why not choose to off yourself after you have the ability to choose wisely? What is that? But anyway, the reason why I don't off myself is because I'm spectacularly great. Of all the jackasses on this planet, I'm the one that should be alive. Because I'm actually sensible, logical, productive. I have a capacity to do something good, where you pieces of shit are pieces of shit. I bet you've never I bet you've never pushed 2 things together in your whole life in any productive matter whatsoever. Just no doubt about it. Ever. So anyway, I could go to the regular comments. Yeah, where's the comment? Some asshole was ragging about talking about dicks or something, and I'll have to get to that. And then Poodle Susan and some other bench. We're having some conversation about. Gary shouldn't use the word cunt. And it's just stupid. Look, if Do in the Morning and To Be Serious have been playing this bitch game for years, 4 or 5 years now. Alright, and if Do in the Morning is going to be dumb enough to make videos where she calls people mental midgets, then she deserves to be called a fat ass. It's, you know, she uses the crap rhetoric, the cult rhetoric, all this other rhetoric. She deserves to be insulted, called a big-nosed, fat-ass, skanky cunt. All right, because her rhetoric is that obnoxious. Yeah, why not? So fuck this bullshit. You know, and for you women who think I'm somehow unfair, I'm always talking about men with little dicks, and I'm always doing that kind of bullshit because they deserve it. All right, and if you can't be fair about it, if you think, ooh, he's unfair to the women's, well, I think you're just, I'm saying it, okay? It sounds like you're awful hypocritical, okay? Women who want to get into the kitchen, all right, but they don't want to play by the rules, right? All right, this is the way it's done, okay? You don't like it, I don't like it, okay? I wish there was a better forum, one that had rules and all that kind of stuff, but there isn't. All right, but you bitches do tend to think you can throw frying pans at guys, but they can't hit you, kind of thing, and that's just bullshit. You can get hyper mad, but they're not allowed to get hyper mad. I mean, you know, it's just crap, okay? So don't be a hypocrite. Don't throw shit. Don't ask for it, and you won't get it. But don't sit there and play both ends of the thing. You know, I mean, I saw a feminist girl calling a guy a dick. You know, what, you know, what's the point? I mean, you know, it's just nonsense. So yeah, if you're gonna get into the arena, quit bitching about little bullshit that doesn't matter. You know, put on your thicker skin suit. You know, go get yourself a Buffalo Bill man suit. All right, and put it on so little poopy words won't bother you no more. But yeah, it's really just grotesque hypocrisy, and obviously when To Be Serious and Doing the Morning are attacking my character and my credibility, they're attacking something as substantive to me as my penis, and they're doing it without evidence and without credibility and without argument, so it just gives me free license to speculate about how fucking skanky and pus-covered their motherfucking cunts must be. Anyway. Fuck you. Fuck all you assholes. Fuck you.